Matthew Taylor Coleman appeared in front of a judge in LA today. A federal grand jury indicted him yesterday. As News 8's David Gofferton reports, FBI agents say Coleman confessed to stabbing his kids because he thought they had what he calls serpent DNA.
Under the right circumstances, these conspiracy theories can motivate people to violence.
The motive Santa Barbara surf instructor Matthew Coleman gave for stabbing his 2 young children to death with a spearfishing gun is spelled out in this FBI affidavit. Quote, he was enlightened by QAnon and Illuminati conspiracy theories. He believed his wife possessed serpent DNA and had passed it on to his children, and he was saving the world from monsters.
One would not be able to adhere to such an outlandish conspiracy theory, without also having some sort of delusion or mental illness.
Matthew Brown is an associate director with the San Diego Anti-Defamation League, which tracks extremist groups. He says the notion of serpent DNA is tied to a conspiracy theory that alien reptilian humanoids have invaded the planet and control Earth by posing as humans. It's also known as the lizard people conspiracy.
This conspiracy theory, this reptilian lizard people conspiracy theory, is all about rationalization and justification as to why somebody took this extreme action.
On August 7th, Coleman was allegedly caught on surveillance video at a Rosarito, Mexico hotel, leaving with his 10-month-old daughter and 2-year-old son, and later returning alone. Police tracked his iPhone and he was arrested at the San Ysidro border crossing. The children's bodies were found dumped in Mexico 20 miles south of the hotel with multiple stab wounds to the chest.
As to what the killer's motives were, obviously we're at the early stage of this.
Coleman made an initial appearance Thursday on the newly filed San Diego indictment in Los Angeles federal court. His wife has not made any public comments about what may have triggered the events. The ADL says the lizard people conspiracy theory remains on its radar.
We're aware of it. We don't believe that it's got a strong following.
Coleman has no criminal history up in Santa Barbara County. He will now remain in custody and be transferred down to San Diego County, where his prosecution will continue in downtown federal court. Marcella?
David, Coleman and his wife ran a surfing school up in Santa Barbara. They came into contact with a lot of families, a lot of people. Was there any indication that Coleman had these types of delusional, disturbing beliefs, or that his children were in any danger?
None at all. I mean, he made some posts on social media, religious posts, but nothing really out of the ordinary. In court this afternoon, he seemed coherent. He answered questions from the judge, and at one point he even acknowledged that he understood the charges against him.